Hi everybody, so we're back for another week of Divided by a Wall, but as you can see, one person is missing, which is very sad. This is the second week in a row that Marissa is not going to be here. Hopefully she'll be able to film some sort of reaction. If not, then you'll just have to wait till next week till we get a little something from her again. My apologies for not getting any content out this week. We actually had 2 videos worth of content, but because of my video editors, also time constraints, it just didn't work out to get any of them out. So maybe someday we'll do something with that content, but I'm sure since there aren't many of you right now, it's not a big deal. And that being said, thank you so much to those of you who have subscribed and who have all watched our videos. Every single time the numbers go up, even just like a fraction, it's insane to us. So thank you so much for watching. Those of you who have even given us a try, given us a view, anything like that, we appreciate you so much. It means the world. And it makes us feel like we're doing something. If that's something good or bad, we don't know, but we're doing something. But yeah, it's made us really happy and we appreciate all of you so much. So thank you, thank you, thank you. You can maybe hear that I sound a little stuffy, and I am, that is why. So I'm sorry about this voice. So now comes Bitter Harvest. I don't know much about this episode other than the fact that it is called Bitter Harvest, and also that short little scene where Clark is drawing Lexa. I know that they're brought the box, and you can basically assume Emerson is in the box, but you know. Besides that, I don't really know anything else besides I can assume Harper and Monroe are in it, because Chelsea tweeted earlier that her and Katie were tweeting the show together tonight. So yeah, I just kind of assumed they're in it. They may not be, but I have my hopes. Shout out to Chelsea for giving me like the greatest shout out tweet ever. It absolutely made my day. I can't even describe how happy it still made me. I'll be smiling about that forever, basically. She is the sweetest, and thank you Chelsea Rice for being a wonderful human being. And also the entire 100 cast, because they just make everyone's lives so much better because they're all so wonderful. That's a tangent though. So as far as this episode goes, I don't know much about it, and because of that, or maybe not because of that, maybe just because in general, that's what the show does to me, I have this feeling that this one is really gonna mess with me and my emotions a little bit. Not that, you know, any of them do any less, but I don't know, I just feel like this one is gonna, it's gonna toss them around a little bit extra. I don't know. Without further ado, here we go, Bitter Harvest.
Kalyn, I have a message for your leader.
That scene when Clark was a loss. That was a great moment. Last week made me so frustrated. Oh, here we go. They're in Polis. Oh, and we're starting with the scene. How precious were they? Oh my gosh, Clark trying her girlfriend. How sweet. Oh no, Lexa's having a bad dream. She looks concerned. Oh. Oh, the hand on the leg. She's comforting her.
What were you dreaming about? It's me in my sleep.
Huh. She looks so scared. Is her hand on her leg this whole time? So quit looking at Clark's lips. The candles. All the candles. Oh, she sees it drying. Clarkle hiding her drawing. Like she's embarrassed. It's beautiful, Clarkle. Don't be ashamed. For one hit, Emerson it is. Shocker. Oh, oh, oh! You better back off my girl. Clarkle's pissed. I don't blame her. Lexa was so quick to go over to her and make sure she's okay, but Clarkle's like, no, I'm fine, I got this. Don't you worry. Giving me anxiety. Hopefully, I finally get to see all our series regular main characters in an episode someday. I love how Alicia's first in a guest starring. What a guest star. Why didn't you ally with the grounders rather than just start shooting them up? You're ridiculous, Pike. You all would have been just fine if you stayed allied with the grounders. It's not a hard concept. You would have had food, you would have had protection.
We'll do what needs to be done.
Bellamy, what are you? Yeah, you run. You run, Octavia, because this is freaking ridiculous. I don't understand how every single time Pike is, like, Bellamy will oppose Pike. And then Pike will be like, you know what needs to be done, like he was just then, and then Bellamy's like, okay, we'll do it. You're 1 second more like the Bellamy we know, and not, you know, this other Bellamy, this reverted Bellamy, who, I think it's even worse than reverting back to season 1 Bellamy. Granted, I don't know if you can get much worse than that. He was, like, very bad back then. But anyways, there's, like, 2 very distinct sides to him, and it's like one second he's sticking up for the grounders and, you know, what's right and everything, and then the next it's like, okay, nothing else matters except us and our survival. I don't see how Pike is even a smart human being at this point, because if you were to be allied with the grounders, you would have not had any problems. What is his logic? What is his logic? I would like to have a discussion with him. Okay, hello, we're back. Alexa is full force for this juice trade, and I'll just talk and thing. Miller.
You too.
Elios is there.
You actually. Okay,
Yeah.
what if they don't leave?
Might as well give it a shot.
Our people knew.
It's on the wrong side.
Yeah, that's an understatement.
What do you think?
Octavia's the smartest one there. Octavia for Chancellor, 2K16. I'll run her campaign. Oh, goodness, Raven is very out of it. Oh my gosh, so brainwashed.
Version 2 of my code is somewhere in the computer system of the Ark.
Oh.
Why did there need to be a version?
And we're back and we're loading up for what looks like to be the massacre of the village.
It's a lot of firepower.
Yay!
So we don't need it. What's the mission? We are building.
Yeah, that's an understatement.
Not trying.
Since when did I stand Kane so much?
Only understand war.
Monty is so hesitant to do any of this nonsense. David and Elios reunited. At least on screen for the first time since the first episode. Oh no, they're going to trust her. Don't take Elios. I feel like they're going to take Elios. They're going to listen. Oh no. Yeah, kid.
That's when before I got kicked in the face.
Octavia, always with the sass. Reasons why I love her. This is different than Hope, let me tell you, Jackson. Kane, you're a good man. Don't beat yourself up too much, sir.
Let's call it Hope.
I was gonna say that too, Abby. Look at you and I having a similar stream of consciousness. That was precious. That was a good moment. So bad that Kane's beating himself up. I mean, everyone needs to criticize themselves and, you know, look at their wrongs and learn from it. But, I don't know. He's got a lot going on. I don't think he needs to beat himself up this much. He's just doing his best. Sorry, man. Elios is so wonderful. Everyone wants to be friends with Elios. That's so true. Octavia's so wise and just freaking like what? 17? Look at her ordering people around like nobody's business. One hit at killing it.
Emerson, no other
Hand
security.
around shot. I love it. Beautiful shot. Staging is perfect too.
You did.
Shut up, Emerson.
300.
Shut up. She thinks about this enough. You don't need to talk about this. What a savage. But we already knew that.
Escape what you did. My trainings today.
She knows that. You can calm down and stop yelling at her. Look at this pull-out shot. That was very nice too. Appreciate that. I just want Clark to be okay again. I want her to be herself. Or at least a new version of herself. I want her to be okay in her own skin. And I know she's not right now. And who knows when that will happen. If that will happen. She's a really sucky thought because Clark, as she said, has only ever tried to do the best for her people. And she's gotten a lot of slack for it, especially from her own people, even just last week. Bellamy so kindly reminded her of that, which, speaking of Belle, still not cool. Obviously, yes, she should have some guilt over it. If she didn't have that, I'd be concerned. But she doesn't need to be constantly berated and reminded. And it'll always be a part of her, sure, but it doesn't need to define who she is every second of every day. And I hope she can get to a point where that isn't the case. I just want Claire to be better. I want them all to be happy, but in this show, it's a fool's dream. It's the city of light is what it is. Which we all know we're all gonna end up there, but we don't talk about that. We don't talk about that. End of the season nonsense, we don't talk about that. All them candles though. It's in the middle of the day. Why do you need all those candles? I don't think Titus is someone you want to be in contention with. The way this is shot with that flame burning in the background.
I don't want to take
It's
your
very
interesting
interesting setup.
Wells?
He's forgotten who his son is.
Your son.
There's no pain, so he had to forget.
Yes.
Because it caused him
Of
pain?
course.
Oh, that's definite a side effect.
Now, please.
I'm only trying to help eliminate
Don't you
pain.
dare lay a hand on Abby, or I swear,
Thanks.
Java.
Whatever it is, it's eliminating more than just pain.
Apparently. Ain't that the truth? Ruth? The shots of light whenever she's around is just crazy.
I'll keep an eye on it.
I knew Jackson! I should have said something earlier so it would have been documented. But the fact that Jackson was talking the way he was and the way the scene was lit too. Oh man, I knew it. I knew he was. Oh, she being taken to Polaris? That'd be nice. I don't like that they had to knock her out to do it, but, you know, I'd rather have Octavia Polaris, let's be real here. Ooh, yes, kicking people as they're getting on aliens. If Monroe dies, I don't even know who to root for in this situation, I'm so conflicted. I just don't want anyone to die. Can we just not have anyone die? I'd much prefer that. Oh. I think I stopped breathing. We almost lost Monty and Monroe in one fell swoop. These are the kind of things you're asking for. She's dying.
Wrong. I'm wrong.
Your sister did this.
How the hell did she know?
We have traitors in our camp.
I'm so beyond angry. So to just put icing on the cake for that wonderful moment I just experienced with the show, I had my water bottle spill all over my chair, so I had to replace it with my cube, and now that's what I'm sitting on. So to say the least, I'm in a great mood right now. Harper's gonna be so upset about this. So many words and yet no words. I don't even know where to begin. Marissa and I would be ranting so much right now if she were here. No, I can't see her die again.
Your sister did this.
Shut up! I really don't like you, Hannah. Why is it freezing right here the same exact second as before? It's not cool. Octavia is going through so much right now. Has to deal with all this on top of it. She already didn't want to be there. Now she really doesn't want to be there. So done. So done. I'm not in the mood for anything else they have in store. They started off. They gave me the one good thing in this episode. I thought I was angry last episode. Oh man, was I wrong. Does Clark really want to do
Vengeance
this?
is yours.
Take even more life? I feel like Clark doesn't at all.
No.
So I was right. Oh, Alexa, you can hardly tell, but she's shocked too.
In which violence does not always answer violence.
Pink, I like this.
Our children can flourish without the shadow of...
This isn't gonna fly.
Last of his kind.
That's harsh. But Emerson deserves a little bit. I'm not here for this. The shot composition here. It's very interesting the way it's showing the power dynamics and when they feel above one another and just above others in general. Bellamy's a little rat now. Since when did you become Pike's lapdog? It's not you. Murphy?
More about Clark, alright?
I forgot he was going to be in this episode.
I wasn't on any of the 12 stations that made up the arc.
13.
Station.
The nebulous
Oh, don't hurt Murphy, don't kill him.
Tell me.
Polaris.
Oh my gosh. If you can see right now, actually tearing up a little bit. Of all things in the episode to make me tear up. Oh, well that's new information. Okay. Guys, I'm really into sci-fi stuff, so this is blowing my mind, and I love it a lot right now. Now granted, I'm still very upset about this episode, but way to end it on a good note with me at least. Okay, so Polaris was the 13th station. Got it. This is, I need someone to bounce my thoughts off of right now. Gosh, I wish Marissa was here. Oh, she's gonna flip when she sees this and finds out. So anyways, so the 13th station, Polaris. They were shot out of the sky, I guess, apparently. Which is interesting. Why would they do that? That's definitely something. Was it because they're more savage people? They thought of wanting to do something a different way. Was it because Allie, the AI, if it's called that, is on the station? Was it because of that? Was it how she was affecting them? So many questions. I didn't see this one coming. I definitely noticed in that specific area where they are in the trailer, the things everyone else noticed, like the little like figures around them, or like the women, or the silhouetted figures, as well as the infinity sign there. But I took specific note of the Polaris ship, I guess. I took note of that. Obviously I didn't know it said Polaris or Polis on it. So, but I kept saying, I was like, it's just so mechanical, the fact that there's something so mechanical and it's definitely in a grounder place, like, it's gotta be significant. See, I guess I'm good at noticing little things like that, but never actually putting the pieces together. Because I did the same thing with the infinity sign. I was like, there's something about the fact that those zeros crashes together, something about it. Turns out there was. So, I feel like the obvious answer here is that the grounders stemmed from this Polaris station. Is that why they're able to survive on the land? They weren't actually there to begin with. They were just a crashed station and then they've been growing ever since. Oh my gosh. If that's the case, that's really fascinating, because I just always kind of assumed it was that there were some people who survived for whatever reason. They were immune to the radiation. Oh my gosh, that would make so much more sense though than just people surviving the nuclear apocalypse, which is like impossible unless you're like in Mount Weather, in a bunker of sorts. That would make so much sense if that's where all the grounders came from, and that's why there are some with mutations now. They've been dealing with this nuclear environment, and that's what's mutating them. Oh my gosh. Really? It's so cliched at this point in time, but mind blown. I'm really fascinated, and that's really, really freaking well done. As someone very smart in the fandom has said, nothing in the 100 is done without a reason, and this is proof positive. Think back to all the little things that led to this point. Yeah. I love sci-fi. I'm such a big sci-fi dork that this is really floating my boat. And imagine this 2.0 version that she has somehow influenced Grounder Society. My theory before was that it was Allie directly who had influenced Grounder Society and their beliefs and whatnot. But now I'm thinking maybe it was the other version of Allie. Although they are making it seem like it's like a not functional version of her. So maybe that there's no really credence to that. But to say the least, this is incredibly fascinating. Maybe leads more credence to the fact of, you know, Lexa being in the City of Light right now. Oh man. So that's how they're connected, Allie and the Grounders. Because a version of Allie was on the station that the Grounders came from. Which is crazy. Wow. You've done it yet again, the 100. You've done it yet again. I'm probably going to be staying up for a little while because of this nonsense that's floating around in my head right now, but I'll sign off for now. As you can tell, my mind is blown. And kudos to everyone who's put together this storyline, because it's incredibly well done and far more sophisticated of a show than I feel a lot of people realize. So kudos yet again for just putting it out there that y'all are pretty smart. Your creative team. That being said, is that what we're gonna get flashbacks to? Jason said at some point that we're back in space. Are we gonna get flashbacks to Polaris up in space? We're gonna get to see Polaris come down? That'd be amazing. And if they don't do that this season, they need to, because that's, oh, I want to see that. Anyways, back to signing off. Thanks for tuning in again, guys, and I really have such mixed emotions about this show. I called it at the beginning when I said this episode was gonna juggle my emotions out. It sure did. Look where we are now. Well, that being said, see you guys on the other side. Bye.